Hi, it's Deb. For want of a pair of rubber gloves last night, I didn't get my broccoli planted. I went shopping, got home, made a leek and kale and mushroom quiche with some asparagus, a great salad, so I have all kinds of really good food left over from Valentine's Day and from Shabbat. I can spend the whole day in this greenhouse under the, can you hear that rain? So today I'm going to put together some soil blocks for cauliflower, for broccoli, and for some peas. And I was going to show you how I make the soil blocks, but I've done that before. At pea season I've done it. You can go back and find that video. I'm pretty sure that it was peas I was planting that day, so it shouldn't be too hard to find. So here we go. Okay, I was gonna show you digging up dirt in the soil box that we keep specifically for soil blocks. It's that blue thing. Inside of it, it looks like a box of dirt. It's gonna go in this white tub that accidentally got left out in the rain, which turns out to be perfect. I'd rather use rainwater. So next thing you see will be my gloves in the soil mix, all ready to make blocks and plant my February food. Alright, briefly, if you've never made soil blocks before, and you really should, gardeners use way too much plastic. Soil blocks help cut down on some of the plastic, but of course not all. But the whole idea is to make or buy a mixture of compost and peat moss. I know you can't get that in England. And sand and organic fertilizers such as bone meal and green sand, whatever you can have available in your area. Mix it with good water. I like rainwater, although how good the rainwater is a mystery after Fukushima. But the idea is to mix it up till it has the consistency of, some say peanut butter, some say really thick oatmeal. Get the hang of it after a while. And once you have it all mixed, like this is going to need more soil. It's just way too wet. I don't know if you can see how it puddles in there. It shouldn't do that. But it needs to sit for about 5 or 10 minutes to really absorb what's in there. So while it's sitting, I'll go get another scoop of soil and sprinkle it in, and we'll get on with business. Okay then, I've got my soil blocks made. The first few I made were way too dry and crumbly. They don't look as nice. The last ones I made were pretty good. I don't know, you might notice that I leave a hole in each planting box. There's one and there's one over there. When you go to plant out soil blocks, you lift them out. You don't dump them out. So you have to have a way of getting things out. Alright, everything has its label on. I don't know if you can see that. I have Thompson's broccoli that I saved the seed from, and Solstice broccoli from my favorite seed company, Uprising. I'm planting a small box of each of these so I can compare the germination of the Thompsons I saved to the Solstice from Uprising, who always has amazing germination. Same with this bowl of peas. This is little Dakota. And I saved Dakota because it was growing out front and I forgot about it, and it was dry before I knew it was time to eat them. So rather than throw it all to the chickens, I decided to save that seed. I'm going to compare that to Maestro, which only recently have I been able to get from Uprising, but I'm going to use these up before I buy a new one. And then finally I have Snow Crown cauliflower. Cauliflower is something I've been reading a lot about. Do you know people are actually saying that the harder you tamp down the soil around your cauliflower plants, the better chance you have of getting a nice cauliflower head. Did you know that? Have you heard of that? If you have any cauliflower tips, I would love to hear them. Alright, let's get planting. First, Dakota, and it says Dakota here, so I'm just going to drop them in. Alright, even with soil blocks, I like to press pea seeds down in, and this isn't as deep as I would plant them outside. I've read that peas should go in, well, any seed should go in 2 times, maybe 2.5 times as deep as it is wide, so that's not 2 times deep. I'm going to press it in, and then I'll add some vermiculite. Alright, everybody is settled in the soil, and the final step is just to put a little bit of vermiculite. I get a handful of it and let it squeeze out the bottom of my hand. It's going to soak up some of the moisture from the soil blocks, but there'll still be plenty to grow in, and it's easy for seedlings to press through. And it makes a nice contrast for the seedlings. Once they come up, they're very easy to see. I tried to get 1 seed per soil block, but squirrely little things. My larger soil blocks, that's what I normally use for peas, but somebody gave me the mini cube thing where you can put little blocks of, oh, it's plastic, little blocks of soil, little tiny soil blocks, duh, can't even think, to germinate seeds into, and then drop those little tiny soil blocks into a larger seed block so that you don't have to worry about things not germinating. I find those incredibly difficult to use. They don't want to drop into the seed block for me. Other people swear by them, but I just swear at them. Anyway, instead of the divot maker in the top of that larger soil blocker, there was the thing to hold the tiny soil blocks. These are the tiny soil block makers. And this has a block, soil block size divot maker. So I use that for squash, but not much else. Alright, only thing left to do now is put a lid on it. Oop, 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 what's that? Yuck. Set it aside for a couple of weeks, see how it does. And I guess I have to find a place to put it because I'm running out of places to put it. Fortunately, I can probably make space down there, put them down there, because they aren't growing yet. Okay, that's it. Green peas, broccoli, cauliflower for your early plantings, just to scratch that itch. So if you feel like it and the rain's not getting you down, get out, get dirty. Rain, rain, go away, soup's on.